I've had a few requests, especially from our BAM map, about how do I make some of the various little structures using the new, using some of the new blocks that I've entered into the game. So I just put this whole little demonstration together to show how you can kind of merge some of the blocks to really let your imagination run wild. As you remember, this was our wonderful friendly block from Empty. It was indeed the error block. So to create unusual textures in Yeeps, if you get an error block and keep duplicating, you can actually make these wonderful kind of patterns. It almost reminds me of Cobble. Now, be creative again, like, because you can, you could put a block in front of maybe one part of the word error, and just have ER, or you can be as creative as you like in Yeeps. That's the beauty about this game. But I like this texture because it's unusual. It's not really in the game, but yet you can see it would serve as a nice function in the game. So that's one of a few examples I'm going to show you. I also had some requests in the game about how do we make the clams look angry. It's a very simple process. We put in some unusual mutations of some of the latest gadgets that came up with the ocean biome, and one that we had started there a few weeks ago was just seeing how we can play with the different items. So it's really simple. You just take a star. We'll place the star over the head till the two base points of the star appear. Stick it into the block and then just give it a dash of paint. It looks angry. It depends obviously on the color. So you can obviously you've got two colors to work with. So give it that. Let's just paint it like that. We've got an angry clam. So let's evolve the clam into something else. So let's take another clam, and remember, place the eyes at the back of the other clam. And one thing I've noticed about these blocks, that okay, it may start off as a glitch where the blocks weren't completely rendered, but that actually works in our favor. So what we're able to do now is like make other mutations. Like, so now, as you can see, like that one clam now is turning into what would look like a slug. Like, if you look at it from a distance, let's just give it a dash of green. So you can see now, like it's starting to look more like a slug. All right, so let's do one more mutation. But let's remove the middle one. And let's pop this guy in between. And put the eyes of the hermit crab to the front. And so now, I'll give it a lick of paint. And now it's turned into a snail. Also, you can see, like, I mean, even with the hermit crab itself, with a clam somewhat beside it, it kind of makes another type of mutation of a creature, like, endless possibilities. Just use your imagination. Some more examples. So say hello to my little friend Pepe. He's a French frog because he has his little beret on his head. So that's just literally putting the star on his head. Now remember, when you're using the star, you can see the way the block dimensions form. So obviously, if you want to, like, you could have it there, but it's floating in space. It doesn't look immersive as you'd like it to think. Like again, remember I was saying, like, I mean, if you want to make it like a variant of it, like, you want to kind of turn it so that it's symmetrical enough so that it actually makes it look like something else other than the star. One more little thing I just discovered. You place two stars together, so remember, like, if I was to place the star behind here, the two stars are floating in space. But again, I just brought the star around. Again, we can just, you can line it up whatever way you wish. You could even, let's say, line up the stars so that they will give you, so that it looks like they've merged. But then it also gives two tones to the star. It would be difficult enough to place an object under this, over it, beside it, because remember the variation of the block itself, its dimensions. Remember, like, if you can visualize it as a block other than just being a star, you want to catch it at the right angle so that it looks then that they've merged in together. There you go. There's some basic examples of how you can mutate and manipulate the various blocks within Yeeps Hide and Seek.